Page 4. Actually, this is going to be pages 4 and 5. We're introducing dotted quarter notes. So let's talk about dotted quarter notes just a bit. Some people think this is really hard, and some people make it hard. It's not hard. It's real simple. Let's keep it simple. You've already had dotted half notes. I mean, a dotted note is a dotted note. Any note can be dotted, or rest can be dotted. Anything can be dotted, and it works exactly the same way. Let's go to the dotted half note. Let's pretend we're in 3/4 time. Look at the page 5 at the top on the first line there. It's Silent Night. Okay, the dotted half notes, that's going to get 3 counts. Why does it get 3 counts? Because the 3/4 time, a quarter note gets 1 count. A half note gets 2 counts. And remember, the dot gets half the value of the note, so it adds 1 count. The dot gets 1 count because that's half of 2. And you put them together. It's like a half note and a quarter note tied together. That's a dotted half note. Or it's like 3 quarter notes tied together. Dotted half note. Okay. All the dots work the same. On a quarter note, the first measure there is the quarter note gets 1 count. The dot then would get half a count because that's half of 1. Same as an eighth note. So it's like 1.5 counts. The dotted quarter note is the same as 3 eighth notes tied together. You see that a dotted note is the same as 3 of whatever the next note down is. No matter what it is. It works everywhere. Same thing. So in this first line on page 5 here, if you're struggling with that, instead of a dotted quarter note, play 3 eighth notes. 3 F's, play them. I just played eighth notes all the way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. That's all it is. And then instead of the 3, I'm just going to hang on to it. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, like so. And you're thinking, well, that's just long short. And I'm saying, no, not exactly. So be careful. Don't just go long short, because that turns it into something else. You're going to ba. It starts to rock. Ba dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 da. When it starts rocking, that's not a dotted rhythm. That's something else. The dot, it needs to be a crisp. 1 and 2, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, like so. Silent Night is one that's used a lot when introducing the dotted quarter note because it's a common melody and I get it. 1 and a dum bum. The second one on page 5 is another one. 1 and 2 and 3. See, the quarter note comes on beat 1. The dot comes on beat 2. So the eighth note has to come on the end of 2. 1 and 2 and. Or 3 eighth note. 1 and. Just hang on to it though. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Third one down. Here is 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Now again, 3 eighth notes. And the first full measure. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. Okay. And the last one down here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that's dotted rhythms. I mean, that's as hard as they get. If you can grasp that, you can dot any note and you'll be fine. Any note. I don't have a lot to say on them. Again, you can make them hard if you want, but as far as I'm concerned, if you just remember the dotted note is the same as 3 of whatever the next note down is, and you're tying 3 of those together, you can count it out very carefully, you'll get it. No matter what it is, you can get it. Anyway, that's how I explain it.